particular case is a perfect CAD plan. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new plan validator session, and then we're going to load an existing DXF that comes with the samples called pvmeters.dxf. Now, if we look at this particular drawing, it's essentially the same drawing, exactly the same. The only difference is that this 6.47 text has been moved off of this curve, so it's too far away to actually be matched. The other thing is that we've taken that, again, that course, and we've inverted the dimensions. And this can be common on CAD plans, just because, especially if the text entry isn't generated from the line work, but it's actually manually entered using drafting techniques. So let's go back out to the entire area. We do it the same way. We identify the boundary lines. We identify the dimensions that will come up in gold. We identify the road, which is that edge, the road and the cul-de-sac. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do an import. So now in importing this, we will find the same with the grid to ground scale factor. We can find that the same 48 lines have been imported, the same 48 dimensions, however only 46 dimensions were matched to lines. So it gives it these additional warnings. Not all dimensions match to lines. Some lines have calculated dimensions, and the rest of that. So we don't have. So if we do a recalc on this, we'll see essentially the same closures we saw before. Now, what we can do is, if we want to find these things that didn't match, we can zoom anywhere on the plan, and then we can just go into Edit and Next Unmatched. So what it's done is it's found this line. So if we have a look at this line, this 8.47 here is anything in the grid here, which is identified as italics, has been calculated. It has not been actually adjusted. It hasn't been matched. So it matches, in this case, the distances and the arcs. So in this particular case, we can enter the 8.47, which is we said it should have matched. Now this was close enough. So one thing the matching will do is it will say, is this matching or potential matching dimension within 2 times the snapping tolerance of the grid to ground corrected dimension on the line. That's why it didn't match. It was close enough, but it wasn't the right dimension. I can force this, but this will find my error and will highlight the rows that we saw before. And I can also use next error to find that particular error. Now, so we know, and going through here, and the displacement we're seeing is the CAD plan in the back. So if I turn off the CAD plan, we can see more what's going on here. So let's turn the CAD plan back on and move up to that row. As I move through this drawing, it will actually pan to the row. I can specify this as 8.74. And now this is now no longer italicized. So I've verified and I've updated this. So now it's no longer, if I move down to this course, it's no longer thin, which identifies it as a unmatched location. So I can go to the next unmatched. The next unmatched dimension is this one. This one's obviously the 6.47. And now what I can do is I can save this as PV5, and then we can print a report. So the report will tell me the CAD file again. It will tell me the 46 dimensions were matched to line with the warnings. However, then it will tell me that 46 lines have been matched to the dimension, and 2 lines or curve dimensions have been entered or verified. So at least I've corrected them on the particular plan. And in here, I see In this case, it's difficult to see italics, so instead of italics, we see parentheses around the stuff that's been calculated. In this particular case, we've got 8.47 and 6.47 are not bolded, which means that they're entered, they're not matched. And then we can also export this to XML.